After the most dominant defensive outing of the season so far, Detroit is back in the win column with Monday Night Football looming. We're breaking down that Week 3 win and so much more right here on Inside the Pride.
Let's go. Yeah. I can't quit.
This is Inside the Pride presented by Whisker, maker of the Little Robot. I'm Dannie Rogers. Detroit faced the #1 third down team in the league last Sunday. The result, holding Kyler Murray and that Cardinals offense to just an 11% conversion rate en route to an impressive road win.
It is game day. Lions taking on the Cardinals here in Glendale, Arizona. Dan Campbell's teams don't stay down for long. That's part of the secret sauce that has made him so successful. He knows how to get his team ready to play a game. He knows how to get his team ready to bounce back. That's what we're looking for over the next 3 hours as the Lions line up to take the opening kickoff in this game. Lions go on the ground. That is Montgomery. Big cutback late is there to the 35 to the 40-yard line. And a roar from the crowd as he gets to the 41. 42-yard line. Goff, long count, leans in, got the snap on third down, sets, throws, got to complete, that is caught. First down, Sam Laporta spinning into Arizona territory and down to the 42-yard line. Goff turns, gives it to Montgomery. He's got the first down to the 10, still going at the 5, fighting at the 3. Did he get in? Very close. They're going to say down inside the 1-yard line. Goff up under center. Turns, gives to Montgomery, hesitates, cuts to his left. Did he get in? Yes, sir. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. They march right down the field to open this game. Murray takes the shotgun snap, keeps it, wants to throw it, does, end zone. It is caught, touchdown. That's a big-time answer by Arizona after the Lions scored in the opening possession of the game. Cardinals showing 4 across the front. They bring a blitz. Goff sets, throws, got to complete. Amon-Ra inside the 35, spun down to the 30-yard line. First down, Detroit. There's the snap to Jarrett. Inside handoff goes to Gibbs. Got the first down. Inside the 15, inside the 10, and barreling his way down to the 9-yard line. Jarrett leans in. There's the snap, Jarrett back, looking, delivering, caught, Amon-Ra, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions. Goff with a dart, Amon-Ra with a beautiful hands catch, got across that end zone, and the Lions are back on top. Goff fakes the give, sets in the pocket, looks, now throws, got to complete. Sam Laporta, 50-yard line, and he's down to the 47. Jarrett working out of the gun. Takes the snap, he's back, 4-man rush. Goff sets, throws, got Amon-Ra, flips it on the hook and ladder, coming inside the 5 to the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Detroit Lions. Oh, baby, how beautiful is that? Goff to Amon-Ra, flips it back to 26, who takes it to the house. Should be the final play of the half, barring a penalty. Prater's ready, spot down, kick away. It is up and it is good. So Prater sends it through, pulls Arizona within 10. Lions, good work over the first 30 minutes. They lead with this one by a score of 20-10. Arizona and Kyler Murray will come out. He wants to throw here on second down, going deep. Wants Harrison Jr. It's going to be picked off, intercepted by the Lions. Picked off in the end zone. Kirby Joseph with the grab. Fox to punt. Dortch back deep for Arizona. Punt lands at the 15, takes a Lions bounce inside the 5 and down to the 3-yard line. Khalil Dorsey downs it's there. That is where Arizona will take over. They need 1 from the Lion 24. Murray takes the snap, fakes the give. He's going to boot around the right side, being chased by Davis, who forces him out. Did he get the first down is the question. It is very close. The officials huddling, and now they will say first down Arizona. The Lions challenged it. The verdict is in. No first down. That is huge and a big play by Carlton Davis. So here come the Cardinals now with 5:05 to play. First down at the Lion 32. Murray gonna get hit, gonna go down, sacked back at the 40-yard line. There's the snap, spot, kick away. It is up and it is good. 7-point game, 3:48 to go. There's the snap to Jarrett, he's back. Jarrett looking, stepping up, throwing deep middle. Amon-Ra makes the catch, 46-yard line. First down, Detroit Lions. That is big. Goff takes the snap, turns, gives. Nope, boots right, looks, being chased. Goff running, Goff to the 50, Goff to the 45. He slides for the first down. That is your ball game.
Hey, listen, man, that's the way to get back to the win column. All right, which doesn't surprise me one bit. You guys came to work. It was the best week we've had. And here's what I love, man. This week we talked about it. This was one of those, man, gritty, like unglorious type of games you were going to need to play. And you did that across the board, man. And that's, at the end of the day, that's our baseline, man. Feels good to win, doesn't it? You guys earned it. Break it down.
Bring it up. Hey, team win. Way to go. Win on three. 1, 2, 3.
Arizona came into week 3 averaging 35 points per game. They were held to just 13, and a large reason for that is the revamped Detroit secondary. We're talking to the leader of that group, DB's coach Deshea Townsend, when we come back.
Inside the Pride is presented by Whisker and brought to you by the Ford Motor Company, Henry Ford Health, and by Meyer.
This week on Inside the Pride, I'm joined by DB's coach, Deshea Townsend, who is Alabama royalty, we are learning here, sitting amongst us. I want to know if you've ever showed your players your former highlights when you were with the Roll Tide.
I have not.
Okay.
I have not. On purpose.
Okay, well, we're going to unleash it to the world. I need you to push play and talk
Okay.
me through these 2 plays that are just
man.
outstanding, coach.
Yes. So you're taking me back when I was much younger. This was against Georgia, and happened to get a field goal block. And once upon a time, I could really run pretty fast. But this was a good play. One of my best friends, Hines Ward, we put it on that game, 31-0 to be exact. But that was a really good play, good moment to help your team win.
90 yards to the house, too.
And this one I was the goal line corner, if you could believe. And this was a really good play. Goal line stop, just doing my part to help the team.
That goal line stop is aggressive.
That is. That's how I want my DBs to play.
That's why I feel like you should be showing them these plays.
I like to let them live through themselves and just coach them on my mistakes, and those things. But this is pretty neat. That was pretty good. I need that clip. I need it.
No, we'll get them to you. I love that you knew that was the blocked field goal return within the first half second.
That's the one thing about playing that you always can remember what happened at certain moments when you see it.
You played a lot of years of football, 13 in the NFL, coach. What's the mindset that you try to bestow onto your players now?
I think the biggest thing is, the mindset of being what it takes to be a really good defense and a really good player. And I'm able to relate to them in certain situations because I've been out there where they're at.
Every face is new to you, but there are 5 new faces in that secondary coming into this season.
Yeah.
How did you approach it when you got here in the offseason?
I think the biggest thing is just how can I make this group one? You got to mold that group quickly together so they play as one on the field. And the quicker we can play as one on the field, the better we'll be.
It looks like that group is playing as one right now. Very solid outing against Arizona. Talking about Kirby Joseph, he has had 116 snaps. He's only been targeted 9 times, and he's given up about 3 catches.
Yeah.
There's 2 INTs in there as well. What level is Kirby playing at right now?
He's playing at such a high level. Certain days that he'll come out and he'll do certain position stuff that corners do. Like he'll work on his press man, he'll work on his eyes, and you can see the benefits of what he's done that's paying off on game day.
You have 2 Alabama guys in that secondary. Brian Branch is playing alongside Kirby Joseph right now, and coming into the season, there was so much high praise for Branch and him really owning his position this year. What is the possibility of how far he can go this season?
I just think, he's really a special player that you don't get to coach much. You have a guy that can cover like a corner. You can see us put him in positions to cover the slot because that's what he did all last year, and then he hits like a linebacker. So you get a guy that's that talented and you're able to have him out there on the field every down is really big for our group, and he's only going to get better the more reps he has.
The other Alabama guy, Terrion Arnold, we can see his growth each week. I know he doesn't like those PI calls on him through the first 3 weeks. What are you coaching him up on?
Just teaching him to keep playing. The one thing is being technique sound, and now he just has to go make a play. But to have that mindset, you're still the best player when you line up in front of any receiver you go against.
You have a pretty impressive Monday Night Football record. Do you know what it is?
No.
You're 14-5 on Monday Night Football,
Wow,
Coach. That is outstanding.
Let's go 15-5. Let's make it 15-5.
That's what I'm talking about. Lions, Seahawks, Monday Night Football. You've got Geno Smith, and he has got some weapons with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. You've got Zach Charbonnet on the ground as well. So what is the number one thing really the secondary is honing in on for Monday night?
It's just going to be a great challenge. Every week our mindset is, we need to know what they do. We need to understand how the quarterback gets them the ball and to make sure have the mentality your guy doesn't catch it. And that's our mentality every week, and it'll be the same this week coming up.
Welcome back to Inside the Pride. I'm now joined by head coach Dan Campbell. You're going up against a Seahawks team on Monday Night Football, 3-0 to start the season for them, and they're under a completely new regime in Mike McDonald. What is the most newness part of this team that's sticking out to you first?
Well, look, this team is always, Coach Carroll did a great job for all those years with them, and they always played hard. They were always pretty relentless, played good defense, and really none of that has changed. I just think they look a little reignited, if you will. There's a different, somewhat, I guess, a different swagger to this team. And I would say a number of things that they're doing defensively, I think, really show up because of what this head coach was doing at Baltimore, especially on third down.
Let's start with offense first. One connection that has not changed is Geno Smith to DK Metcalf. This is going to be about a 70-yard bomb downfield, and DK needs about one move to get this open. How do your DBs close the gap on him?
Man, we got to challenge him. You can't let him have free run into the defense. That would be the first thing I'd say. You let him get going, and nobody puts hands on him, and he gets up to top speed. He's long, he's explosive, and he double moves. The safety flat-footed, you're not going to make this play. So this is where his danger shows up if you're our defense, and we've got to pay attention to where he's at all times.
Now the run game for the Seahawks, Zach Charbonnet, second year, they're making it known that they're going to use him. We know Geno Smith can use his legs as well. What does that run game tell you about the offensive line that they've built up there along the front that your D-line needs to account for?
Yeah, they've done a good job up here. This is a pretty tough group. It is pretty athletic. They run multiple schemes, and look, they rely heavy on the run game. This coach wants to ground it out a little bit, time of possession, play good defense, and then when they throw, they'll put it in Geno's hands, let him make the decisions. But 26 here does a good job, man. He's a crafty runner, and he's a lot stronger than I think people realize, man. He's crafty, he's nifty, he's shifty, he's strong. And he can hit the hole here, but they've done a good job. I mean, it goes without saying we have to shut this run down.
Mm-hmm. Defensively for the Seahawks, we're going to talk about safety Julian Love. He's coming off a Pro Bowl season. He's 6th in solo tackles for safeties. How much fun is your run game and your receivers going to have going up against someone like that?
Look, he's played at a high level for a number of years. You just mentioned what the production he had last year and what it earned him. He's a good player. He's a highly instinctive, intelligent player, man. He can read the quarterback. He can read offense, concepts. He's just one of those really crafty, smart safeties that plays at a very high level. And that's somebody, Goff's going to have to pay attention where he's at all times, because that's what he can do. And look, he'll come down and fit the run as well. But look, across the board on all this, I like our matchups now. I like our matchups. I like our receivers. I like our DBs on these receivers as well.
Mm-hmm. As we look to Monday night, injury bug is here for these Detroit Lions in some capacity. So you talk about the opportunities and the 69-man roster that your team has built. Who are you most excited to see take advantage of this opportunity to step in?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a number of guys. I think Pascal's one of those guys for sure. He's one of them that I think about immediately there. I think Rodriguez, who we have a pretty good feel of who he is, but man, he's getting a huge opportunity here. And just like last week, he didn't disappoint. And so, man, you really get excited for those guys because you trust them and you think they're going to take it to another level.
Mm-hmm. All right, Coach, thanks so much.
Okay, thank you.
The longest tenured Detroit Lion is Taylor Decker. After the left tackle signed a contract extension this past offseason, he and his family consider themselves lifers in Detroit, something they've always had their hearts set on.
Obviously getting the deal done. It was something that I've been kind of pursuing for definitely over a year and a half. During OTAs, just went up to Dan because he's always been a very straight shooter. He's always been very honest. So I basically just asked him, am I a part of the plans? And he shot me straight with it. He said, this is where we're at, this is what we need to see. And that made me feel at peace with how it was gonna go. I had 2 surgeries this off season, and it's not like I'm a young spring chicken. I still think I'm in my prime as far as playing is concerned, but I know that they probably just wanted to make sure that I was structurally sound. But I felt really good about where I stood as far as the plans of the future of the team. And then I didn't want to play anywhere else, mostly because I loved like the people around here, the staff that we have, and my teammates, of course. It's special and it's genuine. We just have really good people that you know want to see you succeed.
To see where he's at this point of his career, you talk about growth. It's night and day from what he was to what he is now. He's always been a super talented player, but mentally and leadership-wise, he's kind of like the godfather of that room. He's been around the longest, and to see him make it through the transition from Caldwell to Patricia, now to Coach Campbell, and now he's reaping the rewards of that, it's been fun.
For us to be able to kind of go through hard things and succeed in those like hard times, forge a friendship that can't really be replicated any other way. Moving the team in a positive direction has been really special. Anybody who's played offensive line at any level knows that it's a special group. You love those guys and you want to see them succeed. And guys like Graham want to come back here, and maybe they could have gotten more money elsewhere, but they want to come back here and play with their friends. Guys like Panay, his rookie year, I remember 3 days before the game, they asked him to flip positions because I broke my hand, and he did it without even batting an eye. Frank, everybody's seen the injury reports on him playing every single week when most people want it, because they want to be out there with their friends, you know? And it's because you don't want to let those guys down.
Appreciate you. Go. That's my left tackle, baby. Go. Ow, dude. Isn't that just like the greatest, like just off your back? Oh, I've been worried about that for 2 years. I know.
I knew I could handle if it was a yes or no, whatever, but I wanted to know for my family. And especially now with, one young kid and, we're about to have another in January, I wanted some sense of stability for them, because I just go to work and I go play football, and they have to deal with the day-to-day of logistics of moving, and it asks a lot of them for me to be able to do what I do.
I was probably just as shocked as Taylor, because I knew how much it meant to him and we had kind of been waiting for it. We didn't know exactly what was going to happen. So I was like, thank God, we can all just breathe. And it's just like I could see the tears in his eyes, and he picked Daisy up, and we're very happy to stay and raise our kids here. Daisy was born here. Baby boy's going to be born here, and it was a really good feeling. We love it here.
It's not lost on me that most guys don't get to play their whole careers with one team, which that looks like it's in the cards for me. And that's special to me, because I've said since the time I was drafted that I wanted to play my whole career with one team. That's something that I've always wanted to do.
Wishing for something special? Maybe it's VIP seats, the meal of a lifetime, or an unforgettable journey. Whatever it is, Community Financial Credit Union can make it a reality. Share your impossible dreams at impossibledreams.org by scanning the QR code at the bottom of the screen. Before we close out today's show, I've got a whole new Rogers Rewind, where I highlight my favorite moments on social media from this past weekend. First up, we are going back to Arizona because Detroit Lions fans showed up once again. Aiden Hutchinson told me post-game Detroit has the best fans in the NFL. And speaking of Aiden Hutchinson, he said that game Sunday was the best defensive game he has ever been a part of. That was a collective group effort in stopping the Cardinals on Sunday, and it worked. Offensively, the Lions running back duo is on the cusp of history. First up, check out these stats from week 3. 32 touches, over 200 yards between the two, 2 TDs. That 1-2 punch of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs is electric right now in Detroit. And speaking of David Montgomery, he was carried for a first down. Look at this. His feet aren't even on the ground. This is the only time you'll hear me say great team effort by Detroit and Arizona on this play last Sunday. That wraps up this edition of Rogers Rewind. Detroit Lions are back in action in the Motor City on Monday Night Football. Seahawks come to town for an 8:15 kickoff on ABC. We'll see you right back here next week.